Greetings, loves. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button, hit the follow button, the share button. Go ahead and comment. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow. Now, I did a video talking about Mica Miller and that final 911 call. I also talked about, some people talking about whether or not that was AI and things of that nature. You got to go check the video out to see what I said. We have a commenter here, Lisa Dawn, and Lisa took her time and wrote a very lengthy comment, and I think it was a very good one. Okay, so Lisa says, you present a good point. However, I believe the entire call was AI. Mica, she says, in quotations, didn't answer the operator's question, where's the address of your emergency? Or words to that effect. That's red flag number one. Now, guys, I know some of you were questioning the 911 operator, saying they should have asked, what's the state of your emergency? What's your name? Where are you calling from? Things of that nature. And either you got a shortened, even more shortened version of the 911 call, or you just didn't listen, because in the beginning she did initially ask that. Okay? And yes, Mica glossed right over it. Now, my assumption, although I didn't discuss this in the video I did on TikTok or YouTube, the one on YouTube is longer, I didn't address that, but in my opinion, the reason why I think whoever made that call or whatever made that call would not have addressed it for the same reasons that I'm speaking about in the video. Okay? Now, this commenter goes on to say, then why did the operator assume she wasn't referring to another phone as opposed to the one she's calling from? This operator acted more like a Find My Phone assistant than a trained emergency operator. I agree with that. Sure did. Sure did. She says, and why did this operator start complying instead of asking her why she needed this help? Again, I talked about this in my video, so I agree with that too. She says it's like calling 911 and then asking them to help find your dog. A trained 911 dispatcher would immediately ask, what is exactly the emergency, right? Not to be snarky, but to better grasp the situation. I don't think the operator messed up. I think the operator was fake. So she's suggesting that the operator and the caller, who we're supposed to believe is Mica, are both AI. Wow. She says Robeson County has had a few scandals/arrests regarding the corruption in the past within its police department and other agencies, and their track record is sketchy AF, and that is accurate. That's accurate. I was living there around the time of the Operation Blackout, I believe it was. Yeah, so she says the whole thing is sus, but here's the kicker. Several podcasters have requested paid FOIA of all public records regarding the case, and so far no one has ever received this 911 call, and we all assumed it was legit. I didn't, so not all, but a lot of people maybe. I never did assume either way. That's always been up in the air for me and still is. I don't know if Robeson County would have that call. I don't know if it goes to a local call center. So I don't know if someone has looked into that, but I know when you get a FOIA, they do charge you. I hear they can charge whatever price they want. I'm not sure about that. But I do know that they can choose to give you what they want. I'm sure that can be very tricky. because we would like to say they should give you all information. But with cases, can they? Wouldn't that jeopardize the case maybe? Or future potential charges? Now, in this case, we know that there allegedly is no case, as they have been telling us. But could there be one in the future, the way the people are pressing, of course? How does that figure in and factor with not receiving certain parts, including the 911 call? I don't know. I guess it would start with, do they have possession of it? Would it come from them, or would you have to contact a 911 call center for that specifically? She also says that, but if Mica was actually AI, which most of her friends and family say is the case, then the operator was AI too. More to come. Bring it on, sis. But I never heard the family say that they thought that that was not Mica, or that they thought it was AI. I've heard her father talk about how she didn't sound like herself, which I try to understand why he would go into that. But at the same time, who's going to sound like themselves when they are calling 911 to say, I'm going to delete myself, and I want you to make sure that you can ping my location so my family can find me easier? I don't think that that would sound like how the person normally sounds. But I find her comment interesting. This is the first time that I can recall hearing anyone suggest that the 911 operator also is fraudulent, as in AI. But I don't put it past being a possibility. And I want to know what you guys' thoughts are on this. And I saw something interesting here. Let me share.
News, fake videos, fake information is here to stay. I also watched a video about how AI is at this level now where it can create real-time deepfakes. And this was, I'll see if I can link the video from YouTube, but this YouTuber did it on himself, and it morphed him between himself and his video producer in real time while he was talking, doing hand gestures and everything. So they've got the capability to have the deepfake generated and an AI that goes behind and corrects it in real time, and it's scary good.
So this is a clip from two guys' podcast, The Black Independence. And yeah, you guys can go check them out. They don't have a whole lot of content here, but I found that particular conversation there, a clip of the conversation, to be interesting. And as he said, there's really not much that they can't do, haven't done, and haven't been doing. Being that these things are becoming more open to us, that means that they have been getting down with it and we had no idea. I have always kept in the back of my mind the possibility that there could be some deep fake stuff going on here with this situation. And it's always pretty difficult for us to really know why. Like, why would they create scenarios? What effects are they looking for it to have on us? Or is it just certain people? Is it like, what's the deal here? But I've always suspected, I guess, as you can say, foul play in this situation with Mica. This has been talked about for so many years, and it's just been spoken of in different ways, and a lot of people will call them conspiracy theories. When we have tragic events that take place and people say, oh, that really didn't happen, these people are acting. This is not real, blah, blah, blah. And then you have people that say, how dare you? This is a tragedy. It actually happened. It affected people, blah, 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 blah. But do we really know that? No, we don't. Are we being played with? Of course we are. Of course we are. I will say that if people are going to question the end of that call that is alleged to be Mica, then why not also question the end of the call that is alleged to be a actual human 911 operator? I've always stated that I don't find as much fault as you guys find in the 911 operator's call, except for things more along the lines of what the young lady in the comment that I just read is speaking of. You know, not taking charge of that call in the beginning and focusing on what me, not having 911 operator trainings, would assume would be the most important thing, which is finding out what the emergency is and what you should be doing to assist in that emergency. Not having long drawn out conversations about where you may be so that we can ping your phone. We're not playing see if you can ping my exact location without even knowing why you called 911 in the first place. You know what I mean? That's just too calm of a conversation for these two people to be having, and this to be a call made to 911. This could be someone standing here who has a fiery hot piece of steel in their head, and they're just like in shock or out of it, and they're talking like they're normal, but at the same time damage is being done, so they're not registering correctly, and you would need to know what's going on either way so that you can start giving the proper commands and sending out the proper help. But if you start going into, where I think I'm here, it looks like you're, they took their sweet time and went about it. And then, of course, I spoke on other aspects of the 911 call that, to me, it just seems like it just should not have went that way as far as the operator is concerned, and where they lost control at. But do you guys think that it's possible that was not a real operator? If so, this, in my opinion, would take this whole situation to a different level. It really would. So, you got to be ready for that. You got to be. Look at how many people are invested in this. I mean, just by the people who show up every Sunday for protesting. Time that they cannot get back. Efforts, money, standing out there, putting themselves on the line, beefing with JP and his crew, getting their purple shirts, their purple wigs, their signs, traveling, sacrificing time with the family or whatever they would normally be doing to scream justice for Mica. This could be something that we had not even considered. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. And if you guys would like to go over there to the video and join in a conversation with this young lady, go ahead. Pick her brain. See what you guys can come up with. All right. I don't think she's a content creator. So go over there and pick her brain and, check these guys out. If they're having conversations about this, then I'm pretty sure they have some other interesting subjects that they're speaking on. All right. Peace.